This is the World RC rally car. This is the MJX 7303 rally car. Now, while they both look very, very similar, they are different. Many people think that MJX bought the rights to this, or they bought it out, and basically the MJX is this, but it's not. Today we're going to take a look and compare these two RCs. So guys, touch bumpers, let the comparison begin. It's the good stuff, gotta have it, even though it's like 86 degrees outside and it's still early. It's only getting hotter, but we still got the coffee. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you can hear me. I drove all the way out here. I needed a space to set up these two large cars. I put my DSLR on the tripod and oh, no memory card. Now I keep an extra memory card in my bag, but it's a small one, a micro that the Insta360 or this GoPro uses. So I hope you can hear me because the GoPro's a little far out and it kind of echoes here. Every now and then get a little wind. Hopefully this is going to work out. But yes, these two cars are vastly different. So let's go over a few of the things. So MJX is charging $530. This one here you can get it from Boomy Toys, B-O-M-E Toys, $698. So huge price difference, so we'll give it that. So we have a 3974 2500 kV censored motor in here. This one I couldn't find a size on it. It just says it's 2200 kV. So we have 100 amp ESC, 120 amp ESC in the MJX. So far the MJX kind of wins on electronics. You're censored, and we have a bigger ESC. So 35 kilogram servo, 23 kilogram servo. So again, the MJX is winning as far as, just based on paper, the strength of the servo. Now, MJX doesn't really give you any specs on the materials used, but the King Motors here is a 7075 4mm thick chassis, very, very thick metal chassis. Not that the MJX slouches in that department at all either. So there's the specs that we have on paper. So let's start transmitters. Now this is not the transmitter for this. I forgot to bring it. I have another car in there, but this is pretty comparable to what the MJX had. Pretty much plastic. Did have a foam grip and some basic settings. It was a little on the small side. It was kind of tight, so kind of loses on the transmitter, and I say that because what this came with is absolutely fantastic. The DDF 350, this is a color screen 10 model memory transmitter from Dumbo. They both have a gyro. This one's built in. This one is built into the receiver and it's adjustable on here. This transmitter is fantastic. I bought one of these that I have several models on, and it's really great because you can program the model and it retains memory and all that stuff. So not only does it come with the car, you can put another 9 vehicles on here. So hands down, transmitter, receiver stuff goes to the World Rally car. All right, let's start our way with the bodies and work our way down. Now the MJX, the wing is a bit flexy, which normally be good, but I do like how rigid, kind of like how much more solid this one feels right here, because this is kind of how I carry it, and this one's flexing around. This one is pretty solid. Now I know it's not designed for that, but I don't know, I just kind of like the way this feels. This body also seems to be a bit thicker. I think the detailing on this one just appears to be a little bit better. The biggest thing though is the driver compartments. This one fills up with sand. It just gets packed up. It's kind of a bad design. They should have done something better to seal this up, because I have a ton of sand in here, where this one, nice and dry, no dirt whatsoever on the inside. Now the biggest thing here too is the MJX features body pins. Now granted, it's nice. They are tethered, but we do have body pins. In this one I installed a magnetic connector to. I wish both of them would do that from the factory. So both cars feature all the lights, you know, front and rear, all that good stuff. And this one has little side clips that go into the high side of the body here. So that's kind of our big difference there. So this one, like I said, I believe this one just feels a bit thicker and better made. This one here already has a little damage to the front lip. I did shoe glue it to try to give it some reinforcement. This one here, I haven't done anything. Now the beauty, this one here is a clipless body. I just have to remember how it works. It's been a minute. Yeah, so you start with the back clip that's right here. And then there's two clips here, and then this whole thing comes off. I said, this one here, let's compare it. You guys can see. This one is really nice, the fact that it already has fenders in here, which helps keep a lot of dirt from getting into here. It doesn't stop it completely, but it does do a good job at that. You can see both pieces go all the way through. But as you can see, there are differences between the two cars. This MJX did not buy this and make that. So this is here for the clipless system, makes it nice and strong. And then right here, the front of the body, this thing is reinforced. You have this piece here that locks into the front that reinforces this front part of the body. So that is, let's see, I was trying to see where this thing separates from. Yeah, so this is actually its own piece. So this is a heavier duty piece than what the body is. Like, this is just made from the body, where this is actually a separate piece right there. So I would say the body wise and stuff like that goes to the World Rally. All right, let's start underneath. MJX, really thick, heavy. Like I said, they didn't give me the specs, but really thick metal chassis. Does feature droop screws. Now out of the box, they did have the droop screws pretty cranked down, so this thing was low to the ground and kind of hitting a lot. So I did change that setting. Here again, you can see the difference. These are not the same chassis, not even close to being the same. And again, we have droop screws, and I would almost say this one appears to be a bit thicker. Really thick control arms here. This one's a little bit more open, a little thinner, a little bit more flex. This is a bit more solid. So there you have the underneaths. Two totally different cars. So both cars feature aluminum threaded shocks, steel or aluminum shock towers. This one does have a center brace right here, which I like. That's a really nice feature. This one features a brace that kind of just runs from these mounts here over the diffs and kind of meets in the center. This one also has two metal braces. So as far as bracing and rigidity, I would say that I have to go to the MJX. Even though this one really does not feel like it flexes at all. I really do feel like they just add a little bit more to it right here. Both cars feature front and rear anti-sway bars. They both have metal hinge pin retainers here. Now the MJX does use a fully captured caster block system, so there is like a nut and bolt that holds it on, where the World Rally, the King motors, whatever you want to call it, just features like a plastic cap with a screw that holds it in. So it threads in, then it has a cap. So this kind of be a more desirable system with it being captured. Now both have completely adjustable toe in and camber. The World does appear to be thicker in size, a little bit stronger in that. Same thing with the steering plate going through. They both feature metal plates. I would say it's probably about even. They're both pretty similar in nature and all that. Okay. Both cars feature CVDs in the front. The MJX has a CVD in the rear. The World Rally here has just dog bones. So the CVDs are nicer. They are more expensive, bit more durable, very nice. And in the rear, they also feature an adjustable camber on the rear. Cars feature metal drive cups coming out of the center diffs, metal drive cups at the wheels. Both have metal drive shafts running down the middle, and both have a center diff. Where the World Rally differentiates is there's a second servo here. So this vehicle actually has the capability of going two-wheel drive or all-wheel drive from a flip of a switch on the transmitter. Gimmick, I don't know, might be something you want, something, to me, I don't know, I'd just probably stay all-wheel drive all the time, but it is a feature. It is actually, I mean, it's pretty cool, huh? It's kind of cool thing. I didn't even know this was an option that you could do that at all. Both ESCs are programmable. This is a hobby wing, so you can use a programmer and change some of the settings. The MJX, I really love the way this is set up. It uses Bluetooth and an app, so you can do it. The problem with the hobby wing is there's many different setups, so even if you had the programmer, you really don't know what ESC you're working with and what the numbers mean, because it just gives you like number 1, number 2, number 3, and there's some settings, so you're not 100% sure what you're setting up. With the MJX, with the Bluetooth app, absolutely fantastic. Now the motor on the MJX features 2 fans and a heatsink. Outstanding. The World Rally here was just a motor. I had to add a fan. Now the servo case on here is really nice. It's a plastic on the side with a really nicely done aluminum cover. This one here is just kind of your basic plastic receiver case. That's kind of nitpicky, but I do like that. It is a pretty cool looking setup. I missed this earlier. This is a 4074 2100. This says 2100 kV. I got 2200 off of. And this one's 2500, so a little bit longer, a little more kV. I think they're both about equally as fast, something like that. I really can't say what the motor mount system is on this. I haven't taken this plastic cover off, but the World Rally does have a very, very nice metal, like fully adjustable motor mount system. This looks really, really nice and easy to work and set your mesh and stuff like that. So other than that, I think I touched on just about everything. Man, yeah, these both have some massive freaking hinge pin blocks, but this one did actually come with a second set of off-road tires. This one, what you see is what you get, came in the box. So this is a sensor setup, really nice. I think electronics-wise, MJX is way ahead, except for when it comes to center diff with the additional where you can go two-wheel and all-wheel drive. Like I said, maybe it's a gimmick, but it's a part that's in here, something to take into consideration because it's in there and it's an added cost and value to the car. So you have 2 servos and the thing. So I know some people are going to complain about price, but you are getting a bit more. Granted, here we do have 2 fans and a heat sink. This one didn't. Pros and cons of each hobby wing. MJX, ESC. I do think this one just looks a bit better when it's assembled, like as far as like the tire clearance and everything like that. I don't want to clip it in because, guys, we're going to put some batteries in here and we're going to go run them. Show you a little side-by-side performance, so that way if you want to buy one of these great RCs, you can. Like I said, this will clip down a little bit, but I think this just kind of fits in a little bit better. Now, granted, MJX did ship this thing with the droop screws down, and the problem was it was hitting. And there was one issue with this. These tires, when you backed up, they were hitting a small part of the body over here. I forget exactly. So right here in the body, the tires were catching. So it was just a small amount I had to trim off, just a tiny amount. Why? They should have caught that and did that at the factory. They didn't. I don't know why, but so pros and cons to each. I'm not here to sell you on one or the other. Make up your mind. I mean, so for some people it's just going to purely come down to cost. Maybe some people like the features of this one better. Maybe like the ESC Bluetooth better on this one. Either way, I think you're going to enjoy either one of these. So let's go ahead and get the batteries in. We're going to run across the street. It's a nice flat sandy area, perfect for rally cars. I'm going to show you how each one runs, so help you visualize and make a good decision. Now both cars have the same battery, a Z 7200 milliamp 4S pack. The MJX does have one extra strap in it that goes front to back. Both of them feature straps that go a front and rear strap, and they both have adjustable battery trays. I did want to say that the lighting system on the MJX was a little bit easier. I think the factory transmitter, you just hit a button and it came on and off. This one, the World, you have to do this funny thing where
turning the steering wheel 2 times and 3 times to get things to change. I don't really like that. It's a little easier setup on the MJX to turn the lights on and off. But the World, see, if we look at the MJX, doesn't have anything. It does have, well, turn signals in the front. The World has turn signals in the back and backup lights. So I'm hoping here that I have this. Okay. I want to do a little drag race and try not to collide these into each other. Now when it hits the grass over there, they're going to hit a bump, so I don't have too much room that I can do this in. Well, maybe if I back up a little bit. Kind of want to aim these cars a little bit apart. Man, I hear that thunder. Golly, man, I got more stuff to record today. It's been busy at the house. Yeah, I don't want this thing aiming towards that fence. This might be a bad idea, but let's see. 3, 2, 1. It's about even. All right, one more time. Hopefully they don't hit each other again. Let me see which. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think the World slightly ahead, but I really wouldn't declare either one of them a winner at that point. Man, I don't care which one you like more. If you like one more than the other, I mean, just how cool is this? So we got one of the coolest looking RC cars out this year, and we have 2. I mean, yeah, they're different, but they kind of look the same. But, man, this is freaking amazing. So let's take the World Rally out. Whoa. Let's add a little gyro to that. Oh, the handling is great. Okay, that's about half gyro. Let's make sure I got this thing in all-wheel drive. Yep, we do. Even with the gyro, man, it's still a handful. I don't know what's going on with this. All right, let's try the MJX. What is going on? Oh, the battery on the transmitter is about to die. So I do have the front end, I think, adjust a little high on this one. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, let me just, let's just run this thing until the transmitter dies. I mean, I got batteries I could put in here, but I do think this is my fault for having this just a little bit too much. No, there's no preload really in here. I just have too much droop taken out. So I think that's affecting the handling because that front end is. Woo! Hey guys, I'm sorry about having to hear this thing. That's another cool thing with these transmitters here. Look, I got this little rechargeable little LiPo battery in there. I would say, you know, they're both, you know, fairly quiet as far as like the gear mesh and the drivetrain. And I do think this one would handle a bit better if I didn't have that front end. So, but where I did the when I did my review, it was so bumpy back there. I needed the ground clearance, so I didn't destroy that front spoiler. So I will adjust that, but just so you guys know, I am actually running both cars on the same radio system, both DDF 350s. So let me just turn that one off. Spend a couple. It does feel like this one has a bit more torque to it. Whew. Man, guy, I really, really, really love these freaking rally cars. They're freaking awesome. Especially if you got the right place to run it. Like this here is perfect. We got, you know, it's not totally dirt. We got a little bit of grass. You know, do they do all right in the grass? Yeah. But not 100%. They're so low to the ground, they just really drag. But man, like this, if you got some flat dirt, the street's okay too. It's just, you are going to disintegrate tires pretty quick. So man, let me know in the comments down below, which one do you like? Alright, so let me know in the comments down below, which one do you like, which one you prefer. Don't let price just be the only consideration, which I mean, granted it is a big consideration, but do you even like the rally cars? I would think if you're watching the video, maybe you do. I do. They are so freaking cool looking though, man. Because you know the X-Max, you know, those monster trucks, they just, do they look amazing? Absolutely, but they just don't have the real car appearance. These look like real cars. So man, there we have it. So, MJX is not the world record. Oh no. Seriously? Like they got that scraped up, I rolled it in the grass. Jeez. Well, that sucks. Well, anyhow, like I said, kind of the basic, the main point of the video. I'm not trying to sell you one over the other. It's just to show you that the MJX is not the world rally car. It is not the same, or King Motor, whatever you like. I keep seeing it says like King Motor World Rally, something like that. But I guess it should say King Motor. So the King Motor MJX, not the same at all. They look the same. They have the licensed body, so that gives them that appearance. They are RC cars, but that's where you separate the difference. So hopefully you found this informative. You enjoyed the comparison. Let me know in the comments down below which one you like more, and I'll leave links to where you can buy either one of these. You can buy the MJX through makerfire, or this one through Boom or Boom, however you say it. Both good, legit companies to work with. So check out the links down below if you are interested. Alright everyone, appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.